What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at the first future star on the channel, and it is going to be Bergwijn. He is, I don't know how old he is. He's 23, so he's just managed to scrape in. I believe 23 is the final year that you can actually scrape a future stars. We've seen some decent ones. I think Team 2 is going to be better, just from kind of like the inkling of who we've got in them and who the kind of predicted is, but I'd say there's some decent pulls here. You can get some from two upgrade packs, from free common gold upgrade packs, and then also from the bronze, so the bronze upgrade into the two rares. You can get technically the top rated one or the top priced one in the silver upgrade. Obviously they're going to be very, very expensive and very, very difficult to get from them, but there is possibility. There will be people you'll see over the course of the week that will get these, and I think I've had one of the really low ones myself in an upgrade pack last year, so we're going to be going full ham on that, as well as League SBCs, to see how many of these we can pack. But Bergwijn was one that I'm thinking left mid-wise for the Prem. We're looking very tasty. He's coming in at a mil and 1.2, or just shy of 1.2 on the PlayStation as well. I'm interested to see what this guy's all about. Let's jump into the review, and let me know already, have you packed a future star? Let me know down below. Make sure you like and subscribe whilst you're there, and let's get into it. So we have got Bergwijn here. Obviously, this guy has managed to get a 2-star weak foot as well. So now he's a 4-4, which makes him a hell of a lot more pleasable in terms of putting him on the pitch. Normally, if we had the 2-star weak foot, I think if he was 89, left mid, all of that great stuff, but only had the 2-star weak foot again, I would still have to say that he is not necessarily not usable, because most definitely he is. Some of the stats that we'll go over are absolutely cracked. But I think that would be a major flaw in the card, especially being right-footed on the left mid. I think that would be a massive issue that you would consistently have to keep cutting in, or at least stopping and turning back to get the cross in, because using a 2-star weak foot in this sort of high level of the game, because he is an 89 and he's coming in at a mil. Granted, they are all brand new and there's only been one set of lightning rounds so far, but they're not like team of the year, team of the season, where everyone's going absolute full ham on them. They're people that are obviously opening up upgrades and opening up packs, but they're going to be harder to pack in terms of the level of packs that are being opened. He is at 94 pace, which is fantastic. 89 shooting, again, lovely, lovely upgrade. He's had a +6 from his gold, which we'll have a look at the stat increases. Just picking out a few good points. The whole of his dribbling is very nice. 87 composure, again, would love the 90+, but I'll absolutely take 87 at this point in the game. We've got great strength, good stamina. Obviously, his short pass is absolute goated. And really just a very nice player to play with. Obviously, if you are looking mainly at a finisher, if anything, to kind of turn him into a unreal striker of the ball, he will turn into a 93 left wing or a 92 striker and a 92 cam. There is positions that you could go with him. I think realistically you could go with him left mid, and I think that would be a wise choice depending on who you got in cam and striker. But most definitely I think you could put him, I'd say, more as a cam than a striker. I feel like he's not necessarily got the animations and the kind of the play for a striker role, especially at this point of the game. We are coming up against some very, very tough opponents. We're looking at Virgil, we're looking at Maldini, we're looking at Cannavaro Prime. There is plenty of players in there that will stop this guy dead in his tracks. The wing is a beautiful option for him, or like I say, cam, where he can kind of have that free roam space, would be so much better for him. But let's jump into some gameplay, see what he did. I personally don't know what was going on with gameplay today, but it felt really slow, and I know sometimes it can just necessarily be people on the server, and it probably is for Future Star. Obviously it is kind of like a big promo still. Everybody loves Future Stars because it's players that you don't necessarily always see, so honestly I'm not expecting it to be absolutely perfect, but I do think that had some sort of impact on the cards as well. Reece James especially, I used him as the second one in this review, and I don't know what it is, he just felt very, very sluggish on the ball, and most definitely from his stats, he shouldn't look it. Bergwijn, in fact, did really well. Obviously, we're kind of partnering him up with some goated players anyway, and we see there Mane, why didn't he manage to get the first time shot on? We were spamming B, unfortunately. A little bit of delay always happens every now and then, and normally my gameplay is pretty solid, to be honest. I don't normally get really bad gameplay, but we see a lovely little 1-2 from Bergwijn to Messi, and he's just very nice to play with. Down a wing is a beautiful role for him. Obviously he is right-footed, so cutting in is nice, but I do think it's quite difficult in terms of going against the Virgils. To try and get around him is such an achievement to try and do, and honestly just kind of going around the outside is so much easier, and you'll see him kind of going for the run, and I think he's one of them ones that doesn't necessarily stop when you pass it. I do see a lot of players, whenever I stop, they don't bother going forward, and then I go for the pass, and then they stop, they go past offside, and they don't come back. Bergwijn will make them intelligent runs. He'll go forward. If you don't pass it, you'll see him within a second or two kind of bring the ball back, and that is what I need. I absolutely need a player that can do that. 2 goals in literally 4 minutes for him, with 2 assists, cracking assist on the first one to De Bruyne, and then the second one is just a bit of play that worked. So if we do go into the overall for him then, if we do have a look at what obviously the stat difference is, so we got +7, +7, 7 on pace, dribbling, passing, 10 on his shooting, 10 on his physical, and a +5 on his defending. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant upgrade for him. I feel like it's definitely deserved. I was wondering if we was going to get a special from him. Obviously with his move to Spurs, we didn't actually get a 1 to watch, which I was very surprised at, to be honest. But again, sometimes they haven't got room for them. Obviously Dutch, so cracking links, 4-star, 4-star, 5-10, right-footed with the high medium. Trait-wise, we've got flair, outside of the foot shot. Decent, fair enough. Obviously outside the foot shot will be nice, going from right to left, just because you get that curve on his right foot, but he does have that 4-star weak foot, which is always nice. Stat wise, very happy regardless. You whack a finisher on him, 96 shooting, 96 dribbling with the 94 pace. Amazing, literally brilliant. I think Deadeye is next, and that will get passing up. I feel like that one will be more for... To be honest, I don't even think that's worth it in my opinion. Looking at it, you've obviously already got them stats pretty high up there. I don't think that's worth it in my opinion. If you was using him as solely as a left wing assisting crosser, then maybe, but I think finisher definitely is the way to go with that one. In terms of generations, because obviously he's 23, not been in the game too long. He's FIFA 16 is where he started, 17, 18, team of the season in 19, foot birthday in 20, and we've already got a future star in 21, so hopefully we can see more of him, because he's a decent player. Obviously Tottenham have now got a few decent kind of links. Obviously Son is in his position as well, which is always difficult, so as soon as we get a striker Son, that is going to be absolutely cracked to play with. We already have Sissoko, Kane, Lucas, Bale is one to watch, Højbjerg, I think I'm pronouncing that right, and Ndombele, so plenty of links for this card, and I just think overall a nice player. I've given him a 9.3. He is one of the top players in terms of the team, in terms of the future stars, and if we do have a look at a few of them, and I think there's some really good ones here. Reina obviously is a cracked one. We're going to try and pick him up at some point. Obviously we've got this guy, this guy will be amazing. 2.3 mil will be absolutely crazy to get. Great links for Mbappe, Neymar, great links for just France in general. Then we've got Barnes from Leicester, another great player. We've got a Barca right back. We've obviously got Reece James, who's coming up next. The Real keeper, Delon, beautiful, very nice, I like it. Isaac, the striker. Some really good players in this. So hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Like I said at the start, make sure you let me know if you got a future star. Apart from that, I see you.